Hey everybody and welcome back. So today we're going to be doing, alright, I'm going to be doing the March favorites. I know last month I accidentally messed up and called the March favorites when it was really February. So this month we're going to say it right because apparently I've got my months together now, so hopefully that works out. So we just go ahead and get right into it. Let's see, I like to kind of just grab in no particular order, like whatever's like in front of me that I'm just like, oh, that one. So we're going to start with this. I've just been using the powder duo in the color chocolate from Anastasia Beverly Hills, so it just has the two shades. I've been using the lighter one, and I mainly only just use that in the this little corner right here, just because I feel like with pencil it's a little bit too harsh to fill out this just little portion right here. So the powder, it looks super natural, and I kind of just blend it into where I have the brow wiz on the rest of it, and it just makes it a lot more seamless. So I'm really liking this brow powder. I did pick up the one from the Whitening Lightning. I haven't tried it yet. I made the mistake of getting the blonde, the lighter one, because I thought it was going to be like a mixture of like a blonde one and then like a lighter brown, considering I like the lighter one here. But it's really light, so I'll have to see if that works out for me. But if it does, I'll probably use it in a tutorial or something and talk about it then. And the next thing, which is awesome. This, I've never bought anything from Guerlain. I totally hope I'm not butchering that name. But I saw this, because not a lot of the Sephora's near me have this, but I was at the one in Santa Monica and they have it. And I went ahead and I picked it up because it looks super unique, and it's just the Meteorites blush. I feel so bad. I really wish I could say all these names perfectly. But it's just in this cute little like compact. It kind of looks like vintage. It's so bright. I don't know if it's coming off on camera. But it's a really light pink package. It has kind of like a embossed like little angels on it. It comes with a little compact in the front, which I have not used. I just use a brush with it. But these are with the little powder balls inside. They're just different shades of pink, and I can't put my finger on it, but the scent that these have is heavenly. Like, I am addicted. Sometimes if I'm not even in the mood to wear pink blush, I will pull this out just because I can't get enough of the way it smells. Because it even, I mean, this might not be for everybody, but I can even kind of smell it on my cheeks while I'm wearing it for a little bit. And I just think that it's amazing. I think I read on Sephora's website when I was kind of reading about them that I think it either said like a lavender or rose scent. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to go back and look at that again, but it smells so good. So if your Sephora has these, I would definitely go and smell them. That probably sounds super weird, but they smell really good. They are on the pricey side, but I really do enjoy them, and I feel like even though it doesn't look like a lot in the package, it'll last you forever because I barely have to tap just on the little poof that was on top that touches them. I just tap that with my brush with my blush brush and it gives so much color payoff, so they'll last you forever, even though it's a little bit more on the expensive side. And the next things, I just have two new MAC lip liners. I have to say, I mean, I've never been a huge lip liner person. Majority of days I don't wear them, but sometimes I do, and if I do, most of the time it's just to fill in the lips and put something over it, because these have the most amazing stay power I've ever seen. I have a couple other brands for lip liners, but these are just my favorite. And they last so long. These two are new. I believe it's from the Penciled In collection. I believe that's what it's called from MAC. And the first shade I have is In Synch. Not like the band, but, or In Synch. S-Y-N-C-H. Maybe it's In Synch. That probably sounds better than In Sync. They're probably like, oh my gosh, really? But this one is so pretty. It's like a really pretty light peachy pink color right there. And it's just like, it stands out so great, and it's like a really good nude color. I used this and I topped it with another MAC lipstick. It's the Luxe Neutral. I have the box, but the lipstick is in my car. But it's a really pretty like moisturizing nude that's very similar to MAC Myth, except for it's just more of like a cream finish versus being matte. And the second one I got is Happy and Hippie, or sorry, jeez Louise, Hip and Happy. Hip and Happy. This is the most amazing, like perfect pinky rose color. It's just so pretty. So there's a peachy like nude, and then that one is, they're just super pretty for both of these. They have a bunch, I think they have like 6 or 8 other colors that are in like more of like well-known shades, but I really like these, and they go really well with other lipsticks I already have, so it's kind of like a win-win. And Okay, let me tell you like a mini story about this lipstick. I've said a billion times, it's getting old, that I like purple all of a sudden. So when I saw the Bao Bao Wan collection, please, I hope that I'm not butchering that, come out, and I saw the swatches, I thought that it was pretty, and I've never, this is probably like the first collection I actually like tried to wake up early for, because like they said when it was come out, and because I'm not really big on the MAC, like, whoa, let's get up super early. I've never done that before, and I made the mistake of being on there like half an hour after it released, and apparently the shade was gone in 10 minutes, and none of the stores around me carried it, and the only ones that I knew of, I was working that morning, so I couldn't go get it. So I had to go on eBay, and it's probably the most I've ever paid for a lipstick, but it was great because all the other listings I saw were at least $20, $30 more, so it wasn't super expensive, but it's just, I feel like this is probably definitely worth it, and it's just the Lavender Jade shade. When I wear this, I get so many compliments. It's the most, even the dupes for this, which is funny because I was looking into dupes as well, all the dupes that were super close to it that people had been saying I already kind of owned. So it's kind of like, no, it's not the same. And this is so creamy. It's a matte, but this stuff lasts all day long. Like, I'll put it on before I go to work, and it's just, ugh, it stays so good. And bam. Like, do you see this? It's just this glowy, like, slight fluorescent lavender shade. It's just the most amazing purple I've ever seen in my entire life. I kid you not, if you like purple, go on eBay and hopefully you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for this shade, because it is phenomenal, and I've never seen another shade like this. And I'm not saying that because I'm a lipstick hoarder or anything like that, because I would consider myself not one. But this is unlike anything else I've ever seen, and again, it's just the Lavender Jade shade from MAC, the Bao Bao Wan collection. It's just everything. It is, I want to put it in the next 6 months worth of favorites because it's so good. And no, it's not what I'm wearing right now. That one is from it's from ColourPop, the new spring collection they came out with this, and it's in the shade Pepper. So it's similar. It's but I'll swatch it side by side so you can kind of just see what I mean about how there's nothing really like it. This one has more pink in it, the one that I'm wearing right now, the Pepper shade. So this is Pepper, and then that's Lavender Jade. I feel like every color I own that I swatch next to this, nothing is the same. So that's what's great about that color. Moving on. Let's see. Hair. Living Proof. I've never been like super loyal to one hair brand because I don't feel like anything really does specifically anything for my hair other than that hairspray I've mentioned before, which is my Ride or Die. But I've been so impressed with Living Proof. I have the Style Extender like prime spray. I really do like that when I straighten my hair. So I picked up the travel size because I love when companies do travel sizes because you can kind of try things out that way without committing to the full size. And I just got the Full Thickening Cream. It's a body boosting, volume creating, naturally moving, basically for volume. So I'll put this in my hair right before I blow dry. I mostly focus on like the root and the crown area of my head and just blow dry on it. And it does, it probably doesn't look like it is right now because this is the second day hair, I believe. But I really like the way it kind of just, it's very lightweight and it doesn't wear your hair down, or it doesn't weigh your hair down. And it leaves kind of like a nice, like slightly citrusy scent to the hair. So I've been really impressed with that product. And the next one is the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. Okay, there's a funny story with this one too. I guess there's stories for the month this month. When I used to work over the counter and work with Chanel, I had always seen this, and the tester for it is significantly smaller. It's in a small little glass jar, and I thought that was the size of the product this whole time, and I never understood. Like, I knew I can read directions, I knew what it was for, but it was kind of just like nobody ever really came to ask about it. Nobody ever was like, hey, like, can you use that on me or anything like that? And nobody that I ever worked with at the counter like ever used it either. So I was kind of like, I don't get it. I think I remember like once there was one person that came in asking about it. They're like, oh, how do you put it on? And I kid you not, like I got like, because I had no idea, there was like nothing about it, to where like I got like a little like cosmetic sponge, the one that's kind of like a triangle shape, and I used like the flat end of it, not the pointed side, and I was like dabbing on her cheeks because I knew obviously it's like a bronzer, you know where it goes, but I was kind of just like putting it on there. And she loved it, and she's like, so that I want it. But ever since then, that was the only time that it ever happened. And I still was like, I don't even get it. And I didn't know the product was that big. I always thought it was this tiny little jar that was like $50-something. And I was like, whoa, whoa, I love you, Chanel, but that's a lot. So I finally went out and got this, and it is what I have on today, and it just gives, it's so simple to use. I apply it with my Makeupgeek Angled Stippling brush, and as you can see it's dirty, and it just fits perfectly right here, and I just go up along the hairline and it blends out beautifully. It's just, I'm not quite sure if it's a universal color, but it is fabulous for just giving you that nice sun-kissed glow. And obviously you can add darker shades to it as well, like on top to add some definition. But this is like an all-in-one go-to product for me now. It's definitely going in the books with Holy Grail right next to my Vitamin Lumiere Aqua, which I've raved about forever. Next is highlighter. This is actually a company that I kind of like have discovered over the last like month or two, and it's called Cake Layers Cosmetics. I found this one. What is that? It's not Itsy, it's the other one. I can't think about it right now. I can't think of the name of it, but it's like Itsy, but it's the other version of that. Anyway, that's where I picked this one up at. And it's just got, it's their Blush and Go set. And it just has 4 different colors inside here. So you can use them as blush or highlighters. And I've been obsessed with this white highlight shade on. I have it on right now. Ooh, it is the most amazing white highlighter I think I've ever seen. It's so creamy and pretty. Like here, I'll just do like a little like swatch for you there. It's just phenomenal. I haven't used any of the other 4 shades only because I tend to like a little bit more like cooler toned highlight, at least right now since it's not super summery. But sorry, that was like the worst awkward swatch of life, but that's what that looks like, and it's just really awesome. I did get a lipstick from them as well, and it's super pigmented, so I will definitely link the site where I was able to pick up the Cake Layers Cosmetics, and you can kind of see if there's anything else on there that interests you. And we're getting down to the end here. So just a pair of lashes that I've really been enjoying is just Koko lashes, which is probably one of my favorite brands. Definitely that and Velour are 2 of my favorites. And these are just in the style Ariel. They're like a really pretty kind of like pointy wispy lash, and I really enjoy these. And the lashes I have on today are the Velour Lashes, and they're the custom ones. I believe it's Flare something full 11. That probably didn't help anybody, but they're the flared custom ones that are 11 millimeters long. And lastly, yay, I have a tea to include in this month's favorites, and it's just the Lipton tea in peach mango. I kid you not, this stuff, I wish there was smell-o-vision so I could show you because it smells so good. These are just my favorite kind of tea bags, the little like triangle tea bags. I get mine off of Amazon, and this is just like, it's aromatherapy while you're drinking. It's so fragrant of the peach and the mango. It's just my favorite tea, hands down right now. If I could have a cup of tea every day, I totally would, because I'm not one of those I'm not one of those people that is determined by the weather outside. Like, I would drink a cup of tea in the air conditioning summer 400-degree weather out there, and I will have soup in 400-degree weather, and I will have iced coffee when it's freezing outside. So that's just how I roll. But let's see, that is actually it. Woo! I always forget one thing. Always. This time I'm looking around and there's nothing else. I wish I could give you like favorite songs. I mean, I can't play them because for some reason they're just not coming out. But I've been loving Going Nowhere from Fifth Harmony, the deluxe album from Reflections. I've been loving that new song from Neo and Pitbull. I think Time of Our Lives is that one is called. I love that one. I've been really liking I think it's called OctaHate. That's the band name. And gosh, I should have looked at this before. I will link that song below from like OctaHate, I believe is her name. It is so good. I'm obsessed with that song. Sorry, that was 3. I'm obsessed with that one. But anyway, that is all. So I will see you all I'll see you all next week for my next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye.